They're designed to help low-income communities and investors by giving them a break on their taxes. But the rules for so-called opportunity zones are limited, and they can be confusing. Local development experts are concerned about whether or not they're actually going to do what they're designed to do. WECT's investigative reporter Emily Featherston has looked into the opportunity zones here. A lot of questions you're looking at, Emily. What are they? How do they work? Who's benefiting? What exactly is one of those zones? How about starting there?
Well, John, like you said, it's a federal program designed to help neighborhoods that the government has deemed distressed or low income. New Hanover County has 4 of them. Brunswick and Columbus have 3 each. Pender County has 2 and Bladen County has 1. This program aims to spur positive development in these areas and in exchange give investors a tax break. Here's how it works. Say Joe Smith here sells his beachfront property for more than he paid for it. That profit is a capital gain. Capital gains can come from the sale of any major asset, like a house, a vehicle, or stocks, where you make money in the end. Normally, he'd have to fork over around 20% of that profit in capital gains taxes. But if Joe puts that profit in an opportunity fund, which will be used to, say, build an affordable housing complex, he can avoid that tax for up to 10 years. If he leaves his money in that fund for that long, he can get a 15% deduction. And if Joe's investment grows while it's in the fund, he won't have to pay taxes on that profit at all. So the program is supposed to be a win-win, where Joe benefits by paying less in taxes and the community benefits by getting affordable housing. However, there is nothing in the rules set by the federal government to make sure that actually happens.
There's a concern not only here in Wilmington, but around the country to where exactly how does this investment take shape? Would it ultimately amount to some sort of gentrification, which would be concerning?
Making things more complicated, it's still not clear exactly how the zones were selected by the state and what criteria they used to decide. Local leaders say there was also a compressed timeline, and they only had a few weeks to pick which areas they'd promote to the state. In Bladen County, leaders picked Elizabethtown not really knowing if it would fit, though they say it turned out to be a good choice. McEwen was on the committee that helped push for New Hanover County's opportunity zones, 3 of which are on the south side, with the 4th over near UNCW.
One of the disappointments for us is that all the census tracts that they ultimately put forward were on the south side, and we were hoping to get at least one on the north side as well, so there'd be some geographic diversity.
McEwen says when promoting tracts in Wilmington, they looked at the recommended income data, but also at local factors.
The 2 main things that we looked at more than anything else was job opportunities and how that played into public safety, where there was ongoing issues related to public safety, and where there were needs related to affordable housing and opportunities related to affordable housing.
But regardless of how they were chosen, there's still that pesky problem of having no way to make sure projects actually benefit our communities. McEwen says that's where the community comes in. Neighborhoods in these zones should pay attention to projects and try to work with developers to make sure everybody wins.